Alrighty. On this door.
All over now. Wait. Hope Laren. They made her eat the others. Our friends. She tore off her husband's face and drank his blood.
Well, you know, you can't have a nice face without fresh blood as well. Come on. This, by the way, is for the Deadcast quest we just got for getting the armor set. All you have to do is take it to a shape right and put inside a book.
Brood mother.
It was at this point I realized what I was up against. I'd already known about what the brood mothers are, but I didn't expect to find it at this point. I thought I was going to find it at the end of the game. I'll explain what they are in a second for those that don't know. And that, dear viewers, is a brood mother. Disgusting, isn't it? Okay, so time to go into Darkspawn Biology 101. Now, as you may have noticed, all Darkspawn that we've fought so far are male. There are no Darkspawn running around with breasts or bounded chests or anything like that. That's because all the warrior Darkspawns are male. A Darkspawn is made when a human biological creature is corrupted by the taint. They turn into these weird monstrosities over a long period of time. I think they start out as ghouls and turn into Darkspawn as the time goes on. Well, sometimes ghouls and then on the Darkspawn. But anyway, Genlocks are tainted dwarves. Hurlocks are tainted humans, Ogres are tainted Qunari, and Shrieks are tainted elves. Now, when a female is captured, they are turned into Darkspawn as well, but they become a brood mother. Their only purpose is to produce pure Darkspawn. Is it moving? It is! That's annoying. So, her job, quite literally, is just to get fat and puke out babies. Now, I think we only ever see a a human and a dwarf broodmother. But honestly, I don't want to see the other ones either. Although I don't really know where the human will come into play. Probably in a DLC. We'll see. I'm gonna focus on the big bitch. You guys protect me while I focus on her. Get up. But yeah, this boss fight's a bitch. Alright, come on, get up. God, the thing's hideous. Chug, 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 chug. There we go. Come on. I'm only focusing on it. With Suzuka. Everyone else can take care of the piss ants. Come on. Chug. Damn, stop stunning me! Come on. At least she stuns the Darkspawn as well. Stop it. God damn! Heal. Die! There we go! Fuck you! Alright, killed it. Alright, you... nope, wrong spell. Revival... Because everyone's in that pile somewhere, I'm assuming. No, he wasn't. They actually just didn't cast it for whatever reason. Stop it. Oh no, Ogren died, not Zevron. And the Broodmother, she has the final effort set. Final of the effort set, there we go.
Go ahead. Nope, forget it.
Right. Not in this fucking helmet anymore. Let's give Ogren the effort set. Ah, he's too weak. Oh, he's about to level up. 37. $38, go figure. Alright, then... Yep, there it is. Effort. Effort. And there we go. There you go. We good? We good.
That's where they come from. That's why they hate us. That's why they need us. That's why they take us. That's why they feed us. But the true abomination is not that it occurred, but that it was allowed. Branka, my love. The stone has punished me, Drain Friend. I am dying of something worse than death. Betrayal.
That angle of her was just awesome. I love that angle of her. It just... Oh, so cool. Alright, let's quick save. Okay, so I have the Legion of Dead armor now. The Effort armor. Which is great. Yeah. Doing pretty good. Off to the Anvil of the Void. Let's finish up this set, eh? This set may be a 4-parter. Why are Suzuka's sets so short? Probably because I don't run around going, what to do, what to do, what to do, for like 5 minutes. Every 10 minutes. Onwards!
If Branka is anywhere, this has to be it. She will not be unprepared.
Nope.
What was that?
Let me be blunt with you. After all this time, my tolerance for social graces is fairly limited. That doesn't bother you, I hope.
Shave my back and call me an elf. Branka, by the stone, I barely recognized you.
Ogren, it figures you'd eventually find your way here. Hopefully you can find your way back more easily. And how shall I address you? Hired sword of the latest lordling to come looking for me? Or just the only one who didn't mind Ogren's ale breath?
Be respectful, woman. You're talking to a Grey Warden.
Ah, so an important errand boy, then. I suppose something serious has happened. Is Enrin dead? That seems most likely. He was on the old and wheezy side. You are seeking my support? You wish to succeed Endrin and become a ruling queen? I don't care if the Assembly puts a drunken monkey on the throne. Because our protector, our great invention, the thing that once made our armies the envy of the world, is lost to the very darkspawn it should be fighting. The Anvil of the Void, the means by which the ancients forged their army of golems and held off the first archdemon ever to rise. It's here, so close I can taste it. And you assume, after all my efforts, you'll be able to waltz in and seize the Anvil without a hitch? How typically arrogant. The Anvil lies on the other side of a gauntlet of traps designed by Caradon himself. My people and I have given body and soul to unlocking its secrets. This is what's important. This has lasting meaning. If I succeed, the Dwarven people benefit. Kings, politics, all that is transitory. I've given up everything and would sacrifice anything to get the Anvil of the Void. Enough questions. If you wish me to get involved with this imbecilic election, I must first have the Anvil. There's only one way out, Warden. Forward. Through Caradon's maze, and out to where the Anvil waits.
What has this place done to you? I remember marrying a girl you could talk to for 1 minute. See her brilliance.
I am your paragon.
Oh boy. So yeah, if you didn't have Ogren in your party, by the way, you'd be forced to bring him with you at this point. This is actually the first time I explored the entirety of the Deep Roads with Ogren in my party.
I needed people to test Caradon's trap.
We also can't leave until we get this place done, so, yeah. There's that. Bring it, bitches! I wonder. But, oh, it doesn't affect us. Yes! That is good to know. Oh, Ogren finally leveled up. Good. Let us make him a Berserker Reaver. That sounds bitchin'. Let's get him some Constitution as well. There you go. And then he'll be auto-leveling himself from then on. Which I should have done with Zevron. Oh well. Hey, big boy. Put Ogren down. Stop it. That's gonna hurt. Fuck all of you. I got rid of you. Hey. God damn, so many Darkspawn. So yeah, a fun little anecdote. I think I mentioned this during my Shoko playthrough, but during my Shoko playthrough, all my first impressions are in that Let's Play. It's why it's so long. But when we got to the Dead Trenches the first time, I think I was going on about how, man, the Darkspawn really not that difficult. I could probably take on the entire horde by myself with my party. Then that popped up, and I was like, okay, never mind. Just kind of like, no.
It didn't work.
Yeah, I kind of am a dwarf, so. Give me that. I really hope the next Dragon Age game comes out soon. After Inquisition. So looking forward to it. Especially with being able to carry all this over into that. Oh god. You guys get to see the entire franchise from beginning to end, as well as any new games that come out. Stop it. Stop it. I said stop it! Dick. Nope. Not gonna be stunned by you. What's this? Oh! Well, that'll make things easier. Got that gas. Right. I really forgot that gas was the thing. But I could turn the gas off. Alright. Let's continue onwards. So I saw a comment in a on Tumblr that makes me go, yeah, that would be pretty wicked. There are people apparently wanting or vying for a remake of Origins on the PS4, but with Inquisition graphics. I'm like, why do that? Just go the entire 9 yards and have the entire franchise remade with Inquisition. Using the Inquisition engine. Except for, you know, Inquisition, because it's already on the PS4. Made with the Inquisition engine. Keep in mind I'm saying the Inquisition engine because I have no clue what the actual game engine for that game is. But my god, that game is fucking beautiful.
Oh, cool.
Right.
Tell me.
Repeal. Knew it was coming. Q. On. Good. I think we're good.
No.
There we are. Alright, what's behind here? Ah, this fucking place. Okay, bring it. This boss fight is really weird. Alright, so basically, it summons shit, we have to kill them, and then use the anvils to damage the thing in the center. We'll do it like 4 or 5 times. Boop. Maybe 8 or 9 times, one of those 2. I know it's not to damage all the faces, and then damage it one more time at least. On. And fire! That's all of them. Alright, so more. And now it's starting to attack us in return. Not just these spirits. Fuck you. Come on. And dead. Boop. I really hate this fight. It's so annoying. Last one. Last one right there. I think I just attacked them twice, so the first one makes them bleed, and then you make them stop bleeding. By killing it. And it's dead. That easy. I'll need him to pick a lock for us. Beautiful, beautiful supplies. This, by the way, dear viewers, is a prime example of my favorite gamer term, gore shadowing.
All complete.
For those that don't know, Hey, That's What You're Playing is a online TV series where they created their own gaming terminology video. One of which was gore shadowing, which is the moment in a game where you reach an area just filled with healing supplies, loot, and they only gave you this stuff so you're prepared for the upcoming boss fight in the next area. That is a prime example of gore shadowing. As I said before, this is the moment where if you have Shell in your party, you could lose her if you are not careful. I heard there's a way you can actually navigate the dialogue options to not have her attack. I've never found it. So, it's best just to either do this before you get Shale, or have her at the camp.
My name is Carrigan. Once, longer ago than I care to think, I was a paragon to the dwarves of Forsyth. If you seek the Anvil, then you must care about my story, or be doomed to relive it. I do. I live to ensure that the Anvil was never used again. Now it never shall be. It allowed me to forge a man of steel or stone, as flexible and clever as any soldier. As an army, they were invincible, but I told no one the cause. No mere smith, however skilled, has the power to create life. To make my golems live, I had to take their lives from elsewhere. It was an option I could offer warriors who would volunteer to defend their homeland, and some took it. But King Valtor became greedy. He began to force men, casteless and criminals, his political enemies, all of them were to be given to the Anvil. It took feeling the hammer's blow myself to realize the height of my crimes. Trapped forever in my own creation, a fitting punishment, I suppose. My apprentices knew enough to make me as I am, but not enough to fashion a control rod. I retained my mind. We have remained entombed here ever since, and I have sought a way to destroy the Anvil. Alas, I cannot do it myself. No golem can touch it.
No! The Anvil is mine! No one will take it from me!
You, please, help me destroy the Anvil. Do not let it enslave more souls than it already has. As long as the Anvil exists, it may be used to create slaves, and it will be used. Why seek a more difficult path when another, easier path is available? Help me destroy it. No, I cannot allow you to do this. To me, golems! Defend the Anvil, whatever the cost!
Sorry, buddy. Not gonna work on you. Ogren, Morgan, and Zevran all agree with this option. Wow. Yeah, if you brought Shale with you, Carradine actually will have a conversation with Shale. He apparently knows her from way long ago. But if you side with Bronca, she will join in the fight with Carradine on Carradine's side. I did bring goddamn share with me with Shioko. So if you want to see that conversation, feel free to check it out. Just go watch the video. Get back here, you. Alright, there goes Carradine. Alright. What is nice is Bronca used the control rod to turn 2 of the stone golems to our side. Let's loot you. Carradine's shield, Carradine's cage, and some money. Thank you. Examine this before leaving. Examine tab more closely. Right as Dwarven appears to be a long list of names, which each with the stamp of their house next to them. You recognize a few of those house names. At the bottom of the words, we honor those who have made the sacrifice, let their names be remembered. Carvings are still deep enough for that tracing can be taken. Let's take the tracing. Oop.
Names. Long list of dwarves. Wait, hold on. We honor who have made this sacrifice. Let their names be remembered. Fart me a lullaby. It's a memorial of all the dwarves who became golems. Has to be. If there was some way of getting this back to the Shaper at Norzimar, I bet they'd brown their trousers and pay good gold for it. Probably both.
Alright, and now we're tracing of it. Examining that is a prerequisite to do the rest of the Shale DLC. Make sure you get it. Now, before we talk to her, we'll head towards the Anvil and open this chest, which I think is locked. Nope. Thank you. VM Silver Bar, which is for Zevron. Let's go ahead and give that to him. Actually, no, his thing's already high enough, so I don't need to do that. Alright, let's talk to Bronca.
Here it is, the Anvil of the Void. So sweet, such power.
You found the anvil. Are you happy now? Maybe we could go back to Orzammar, share the good news.
Look at it. It was worth it. All of it. The Anvil is everything I thought it would be.
I should have known. I thought that once you had the anvil, you'd be satisfied.
Perhaps I could use it now. A reward for defeating Carradine. You wanted a crown, no? Or have you set your sights higher than the petty kings of Orzammar?
Okay, fun little side note, if you pick this, you don't get Ogron as a golem, sadly. That'd be kind of cool. But you do get a nice, hefty negative 20 affection towards him, towards you from him. So, yeah. Let's see here. I want you to see how wrong you've been. Once you're the anvil, once you've made the crown. If you have a, I believe, an expert level coercion, you actually can convince her to break the anvil. None of my let's plays actually none of my playthroughs actually have her doing that though. So, Paragon's crown.
She'll forge it for you. ugly lump of hot metal to go over a couple of empty heads. Now leave. It will take me some time to fully realize the mysteries here. Once Orzammar settles on its petty king, have him send for me. When next you lead your armies against the archdemon, they will be shielded by a tide of steel men.
I hope this makes you happy, Branka. I don't think you understand what it costs to get you here.
Oh, stuff a rag in it, Ogren. Move on. Find a few whores. Sodding stone, I never thought you'd be the pining type. Now be gone.
Ogren actually approves of it for some reason. I think it's because he still has feelings for her. He doesn't want me to kill her.
No, I guess you both got what you wanted. Hope it was worth the cost. We should get back to the city now. Share the news. Yeah, those Deshirs have been trying to destroy the city for years. Haven't managed yet.
Very curious how this is going to play out. So I've already done this with Shoko and Sobi, so I know how an elf is treated and how a human is treated. Let's see how a noble, disgraced dwarf is treated. Especially with the, you know, extra incentive that of what's going on with her relations to both the kings.
Lords of the Assembly, I call for order. This argument gets us nowhere.
Then why these delaying tactics? I call for a vote right now. My father has one living child to assume the Aidukan throne. Who would deny him that?
Your father made me swear on his deathbed you would not succeed him.
I apologize for the interruption, Lord Steward, but the Grey Warden has returned.
We should let the Warden speak. What news do you bring?
Branka still lives. Though she's mad as a nug at a tanner shop. She finally found the Anvil of the Void, and chose to stay in the deep to work it. She tasked this Grey Warden to give her crown to Orzammar's next king, chosen by the ancestors as a first in a millennium to lead a Golem army against a blight.
And we are supposed to trust this. The word of a drunken sot and a murdering exile known to be in Harrowmont's pocket.
Silence! Then tell us, Grey Warden, which king did Paragon Branka endorse?
Why would a paragon entrust an exile and a murderer with such a weighty decision? This is utterly ridiculous.
We've argued in these chambers for too long. The will of the Paragon is that the Grey Warden decide.
I appreciate your forthrightness, Warden. You have acted with grace through this entire torturous process.
Let the memories find you worthy. First amidst the lords of the houses, the King of Orzammar.
I will not abide by this!
The ancestors have spoken.
You turned your back on Orzammar when you killed our brother.
Watch out! They brought weapons!
Guards!
Wow. I knew he was going to go this way, but fuck. He's still going on the kick that I killed the brother, huh? Well, he kind of can't back out of it now. I mean, it'd be kind of weird if he suddenly goes on about how he killed our brother. As well as dashes that back to him, apparently. Lovely.
I admit I did not think even Balin would defy the word of a paragon, nor that so many would follow him. But most of Orzammar has seen him for what he really is, and I trust we will bring this insurgency under control. More than for my crown, I thank you for aiding Branka's recovery of our greatest treasure. With the Anvil in our hands, I need risk no Dwarven lives to counter this blight. I will send Branka whatever she needs to forge a Golem army. When you face the Archdemon, Warden, it will be with stone giants at your back, not mere men. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must get to the palace and set our plans in motion. I'll talk to a sculptor, see what we can do. This is the staff I carried as King Endrin's II. Take it as a reminder of your place in Orzammar. I wish you luck against the Blight, Warden. May we foster another 4 centuries of peace.
Still really disappointed in Balin. You... Dasher, dasher, dasher. Fuck all the dashers. Nothing that way. Wait. Get. There we go. No, don't go. Who are you?
The Assembly paid you great honor, Warden.
Is this the exit? Yeah, it's the exit. Okay. Hi, Orda.
You're opening rooms for us on the old Orton estate. Because of you, my family's dreams came true.
Yay? Come on, keep loading.
Throne restored and legends put to rest. If I'd heard it secondhand, I'd have called it a sodding lie. Warden, we've got a king because of you. The rest, impressive, but the Legion is grateful most for restored leadership. It frees us to fight to the Darkspawn properly. You'll have us. It's time the surfaces saw the good this stone can unleash. Back to Orzammar when we win, though. I'll not stay topside to lose my stone sense.
Well, that was easy. Normally you have to actually persuade him to join you. So I was wondering, while this is going on, why don't the people who join the Legion of the Dead become golems? I mean, they're already going to give up on a comfortable life in Orzammar, so why not? Now let's finish this off quickly. Boop. And for you.
Impressive work, Warden. King Haramont's impending coronation has been entered into the memories, but I apologize. You do not know me nearly as well as I know you. I am Zebor, the Shaper of Memories. Is there something more I can help you with? What's this? A list of names. Most of these clans no longer even exist. Is this authentic?
You bet your hairy arse it is. Taken from a tablet in Caridin's fortress, no less.
Then is it true? The rumors of Caridin's so-called volunteers? Extraordinary! I would love to make a copy of this. The Shaperate has never had much information on Caridin and his golems, much less proof of this magnitude. Warden, I hope this artifact from our archives will suffice as a reward. I must inform the Shaperate at once.
Yay! So yeah, it's all really cool. I really like this idea. I just really think it'd be really cool if you craft golems, and it looks like, or craft Legion of the Dead armor and turn them into golems. Just, taller. I think that'd be really freaking awesome. Now, a fun little side note, something I'm going to do with Suzuki here. I did this also with Sobi, but I didn't do it with Shioko because I didn't know about it at that time. But you can have an extra little bit of dialogue with Oghren if you choose to leave Orzammar through the front gates, as opposed of the quick travel from going to the deep roads and going straight to camp. You can also now talk to him at camp and get cutscenes. Also, the supply crate that you give shit to all your backers, I guess, for the Blight, now has a Dwarven set as well. You give them precious gemstones like emeralds and stuff like that. For some reason, though, they don't accept diamonds. Really weird. But give it to them, and you'll get extra points onto the thing there. So, we now have an army of golems and Legion of the Dead members to hunt down the Archdemon. Yes! Which is more than I can say for Shioko. Although I did have fun doing the battle with her. Which you'll see in 3 sets, I believe. If I remember correctly, the next set is going to be the DLC, which is Last Stone Prisoner, the Warden's Keep, and Return to Ostagar. After that will be Lancemeet, and then the final battle. Yeah, the final set is going to be the final battle of the game. Then we'll go into Darkspawn Chronicles, followed by Golems of Agmark. I think that's how it's pronounced. Then, no, Awakening, then Golems, then Witch Hunt, I believe. Let me check while this loads.
Give me a moment. By the stone. I feel like I'm about to fall off the world with all that sky up there. Too bad. It's kind of like being drunk, but so much cheaper. Well, let's get moving. We're losing, daylight.
Alright. So it's just a nice little cutscene of Oghren seeing the sky for the first time. Because remember, most dwarves never see the sky. Ever. Which is kind of weird when you sit down and think about it, but it's normal to them, so, yeah. Okay, so I'm looking at my list. After Darkspawn is going to be the Awakening expansion. So I really got to buy that soon. After that's going to be the Golems DLC. Followed by Witch Hunt. So, yay. Then once that's done, off to Dragon Age 2. Alright, let's go to camp so we can do one last thing before we go off. Now, in order to trigger the DLC cutscene or the DLC for Stone Prisoner, you need to talk to Shale. If you did kill Caridin, you have to be really, really careful with this. If you're not, she will either leave or attack you. There is no getting around those two options. So I'm going to be quiet, follow the options that I pick if you are playing along, and yeah. Hey, Shale.
I have a question for it, if it will indulge me. My understanding is that it encountered the smith named Caridin, he who was responsible for the creation of the golems, that he had become a golem himself. What I do not know is what became of him. Why did he not return with it? I would have many questions for him. Truly? He just disappeared? Then what of the Anvil of the Void? Has it been recovered? So, something of the past has been recovered. Perhaps other golems will be made again. I can only assume that is a good thing. With Caradin also goes any chance I might have had of finding answers on my past, I assume. Tell me, did it find out anything from Caradin? Anything at all about how I might have been made? Meaning that I was once a living creature? That seems highly unlikely, and more than a little insulting. Is it certain? Was I forced into this? Or simply glad to abandon a frail body? And more importantly, who was I? I simply must know. I cannot help but believe that answers lie elsewhere in the deep roads. We must look. If it can search the deep roads, I may remember something. If not, then I will have to wait.
And now we have access to the Golem's Memories side quest. As I said, that's a very tricky cutscene to navigate through. If you're not careful, she will get pissy and she will attack or just outright leave. So next day we'll have her in our party when we go to Kadash Taig, which will be later on. Anyway, that's it for this set. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So much politics. Ugh. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time where we take on the DLC. Till then, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Hello, and thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to like and subscribe. If you enjoyed this Let's Play, feel free to click one of the 2 links to take you to a new Let's Play. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.